Hey, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to update you. Last time I recorded, I was on a extended water fast, um, and I think I was about 19 hours into it. So I didn't last as long as I had planned in my mind because the first, day and a half was like really easy. I guess as you get more practice with it, you find that the beginning stages tend to be a bit easier. Um, so at 48 hours, I said, that's good. I'm good with 48 hours. But what I did is I said I wanted to eat, and I did eat, and I ate in a 1 hour window because it was late. It was like 6 or something like that. And so I wanted to keep my window short, and it didn't take me long to get full. I mean, but I pigged out on the meal that I made, a vegan meal and a fresh salad. I didn't even finish all of the salad. I did, and in that meal I had 1 can of garbanzo beans. I've been craving beans and peas like forever, and so I killed it. So I ate a lot. And what else did I have? I had I know I drank some orange juice, about maybe 8 ounces of that. It wasn't fresh squeezed, it was pasteurized. It was something I had in the refrigerator because I had a sweet tooth. Um, I had something else. It escapes me right now. But anyway, so I did it in about a 1 hour. Oh, I had about 4 ounces of my green juice. I broke the fast with that. And then I started eating. I didn't finish drinking the juice because I couldn't wait to eat. And so that's by the time I was done eating, I didn't have room for the green juice. I was done, and I wanted to be able to go to sleep and keep my feeding window short. And so that, of course, put me in a calorie deficit, which was cool. And so I decided to dry fast for at least 12 hours. So I got through from 7 to 7, and I was feeling good. In fact, let me revisit my notes. Let's see. I broke the fast. I ate the vegan meal. I explained that. And then I started the dry fast at 7 p.m. last night. Went to bed around 8. I slept about 3 or 4 hour blocks. I woke up after 3 or 4 hours of sleep, which wasn't that doggone bad because when I drink water throughout the night, I'm waking up lots of times throughout the night. But this one, I did have to wake up, but I woke up to use the restroom because I ate and drank, that food just before going to bed. And but one of the most annoying things is almost the whole time the dry mouth is what bugged me, to no end. So, and I noticed that morning I had a C-section when I had my second child, and I had a lot of scar tissue, and that's why they had to take my uterus because years and years of that hooking up and having pains. Next thing you know, we realized the scar tissue had adhered to my uterus. So, I had that taken out. Yay, happy for that. But what happened this morning is I started feeling this cramping pain right around. It was a familiar pain. It was a pain I had for years when I kept complaining that I had this horrible pain, and that was the scar tissue. Uh, so so it seems like this fasting was breaking up. One of the things I kept saying I was looking forward to was breaking up scar tissue that's throughout my body from different surgeries and things. Um, and of course, getting those nasty parasites out, which all of us have. And we should do some cleaning on that on a regular basis. But many of us don't realize that's what's going on. Of course, the inflammation, the mucus, the toxins. So those are the things that I am striving to keep digging deeper in. That's why I'm so intrigued and in love with these water fasts and now dry fast. So, so that's dry fast. They say 1 day of dry fast is equivalent to about 3 days of a water fast. That's how hardcore it is. But I'm going to continue to talk about the dry fast because it was a great experience for me. And so, like I said, the cramping feeling, I was feeling that again, and it was very familiar to me. And so because I knew what had to happen years forward to get my uterus removed because of the scar tissue, what hit me was I am revisiting that again. That this that I'm doing is cleansing in this detoxing is probably breaking up that scar tissue again. So I was very excited to know to be embracing the healing crises that I was going through. I also noticed up here, I don't know if I know lymph nodes are right here. Yeah, I guess you could say it was a lymph node, but particularly this one on this side, this was hurting this morning. I had a little bit of a headache, but it was like a normal headache, like just a normal headache you might have. And then, so that happened about 12 hours into it. And then 14 hours into it is when I started feeling a little bit of slight hunger, but it was off and on throughout the most of the day. And then 20 hours into it, I got a sinus headache really bad on my left side. It was like right here on my eye. And then as it got more and more intense, I started feeling it way up in here. And so, and that's since passed. And that actually passed before I broke the fast. So I said all that to say I actually dry fast for 24 hours. So the first thing I drank to break my fast was this Gut Love cucumbers. It's a probiotic drink. Yeah, I guess you can see that. And I got this from Whole Foods, and I drank 2 ounces of it. So and it was good. It was just I took to it no problem. Then I took my shower. That's what a dry fast is you are supposed to not ingest any water, any liquid, any food, nothing goes into your mouth. If you're really going to be truly dry, you won't brush your teeth either, and you won't don't take a shower, and just really avoid water. Really shouldn't be washing your hands or whatever. But I did wash my hands, so it wasn't 100% dry. And I did just wait to take my shower just now. So I mean, I have in other words, it worked out. I had a shower every day. So it's just that I delayed it because I wanted to experience as close to a dry fast. What did that really feel like? And I got to do that. And let's see. So I used the restroom. I urinated 7 times, but after the second time, it was just really less and less and less and less. So, and becoming darker and darker. And I stayed in ketosis. I managed to get up to small. I can't remember. I should have brought I'll bring it out here next time and show you. So I was 2 levels from the highest level of ketosis at least that particular brand that I'm using, it measures. So, I even woke up in ketosis, even though I had that can of beans that I had eaten for dinner last night, and whatever the orange juice. It didn't really knock me completely out of ketosis, and that particular meal. And let's see. So I did have. I noticed that I ate so quickly last night. And didn't chew my food well, and, and I'm not gonna give you a whole bunch of TMI, but what I ate last night, I saw it this morning, and I saw it. It wasn't fully digested. I didn't chew well. I was, so that's something I need to be much more mindful of. And but I was glad to see that what I ate last night came out the next day. So that was actually, I was happy to see that. That was good. And let's see. The weight 3 days ago when I started the water fast, my 48-hour water fast, I was at 140. Then this morning I woke up at 138.8. And then by the time I ended the water fast, going all day, I was at 137.8. So I lost a whole pound today while on the dry fast. And let's see. Oh, 22 hours into the dry fast, I noticed my watch was loose. You can't tell now because it's still under my arm is a little bit wet, I guess. But just without moving it like I am, I pulled my arm up and I noticed my watch fell down and then fell forward. So, and I didn't adjust it. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I think I'll adjust it. I'll adjust it now. So we'll see how things go in the next couple of days. And so I want to show you or talk about what my plan is and why I had to change direction. I was entertaining doing the vegan, keto, intermittent fasting, but I found that when I was doing the keto diet, a few things I didn't like about it, and that was for first of all, it was so restrictive. I love so much fruit and vegetables. I didn't like that, and I didn't like that you had to calorie count so much and be so just. It was just too stringent for me to do any long term. That's for sure. Um, but the worst part of it is probably because I didn't focus on a lot of calorie counting. Not truly. I really didn't weighing the foods. I didn't get into all of that. Uh, and because of that huge increase of that fat, I noticed that I was bloated. I was like mad bloated. Now my weight maintained when I maintained that 140. From the previous water fast, how I was like sliding back up a little bit. But that's going to happen when you go back to eating again. So I was able to stop it at the 140 mark. But for about a week or a little more of doing um, the keto vegan keto diet, I just noticed my gut was getting bigger. And as I continued to research and learn more about it, I found out from I agree. I mean, I'm no scientist, I'm no doctor or anything, but I felt like I was on to something when I realized my stomach was getting bigger. What I learned is people who have gallbladder issues or don't have a gallbladder, they won't process those high fats very well. And because I don't have a gallbladder, so without a gallbladder, the bios that I am making, my liver is making it, so it's making some, but the gallbladder really makes the bulk of it. And without it, it couldn't help me to process that fat like I needed to. So it didn't take me long, gratefully, to realize that 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 wasn't a move for me. It I think with a lot of modification, if I was really just bent on it, I probably could have made it work some sort of way, but it's not necessary. There are a lot of We have a lot of ways to skin a cat. That's not the beat all way, the one way. There's a lot of opportunities for me to figure out what really works for me, and especially for my needs, my current needs, my current situation, the convenience of it, or my drive, whatever the case. And because it's I guess you would call it like the off season for us road cyclists. Some people do cycle all year long. I don't outdoors. I don't. I do inside. But because this is a time, it's winter, and I can be focused on just doing my exercising inside and training inside, I can be very um, uh, selective. And well, I can do these hard fasts. I can get really used to fasting, intermittent fasting, uh, being in caloric deficit, extending when I eat, dragging it out over a couple of days, or eating only a few times a week. So this is kind of the road that I'm on right now, and that I'm learning. And I'm gonna give a shout out to the snake diet. I forgot the guy's name, but it's his diet he came up with. And now he cusses a lot. If you find him on YouTube, I really like him. He cusses a lot. He yells a lot. So get ready for that. Just turn the volume down and listen to his content. But he breaks it down as he really breaks stuff down to a level where the goats can get it. And sometimes that means just that vulgar language just makes you feel like he's, I guess you can connect with that. I guess I don't know, but I started to ignore the yelling and all that stuff, and listen to the content, and I realized he was really hitting on some pistons that I started noticing myself, and one of those was the keto diet for me. I'm not saying it doesn't work for anybody else. It does. There'll be a lot of people who give you their testimony and will fight you to the death, for their own experience. And that's fine. That's wonderful. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying right now I felt like it was a conflict for me. So, and this is something else I want to try. I want to try, I want to continue on the path of doing the water fast, or definitely intermittent on days that I want to do intermittent. Uh, do 48-hour fast in a week or every other week or something like that when I feel it's time to do that, and working in a dry fast. And the cool thing about the dry fast is while I'm in the water fast and I've gotten my body where it kind of is in the good ketosis, and if I'm tired of drinking the waters, and we're not talking about plain water, that's another kind of water that I'm going to explain that in a future video, what I'm putting in my water. But I'll just say water to keep it simple. I'm losing my train of thought. Sorry, you guys. This is what 3 days of eating nothing and then drinking only water, and then drinking and eating nothing, is getting me a bit of a brain freeze. So don't pay me no mind. I put out a lot, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it short now. Well, cut it off now. So, but I'll be back to talk to you again, and just I'll say this real quick, just to sum up. This is kind of what my plan is, and it could be modified. So don't shoot me if I come back and tell you something different. But for now, we're on the part about I want to take this hour and a half. It's going to take longer than that because I started drinking at 7. So I'm already 1 hour into the 1.5 hour window I was giving myself to refeed. But I'll probably go ahead and add another hour. So I may give myself 2 hours because I still got to get up and cook something and cut up my salad and stuff. So, but once that's done, I'll begin my dry fast, and I want to do the dry fast for tomorrow. I'm planning for 12 hours. Minimum 12 hours. And then after that, I'll water fast until it's time to eat again. Get in, my feeding window. And I want to back that back down to around 6 o'clock p.m. or something like that. Right now, so it's a little off right now because it's getting later and later. And then I just I'll do after I eat that meal tomorrow, I'm going to dry fast through the night again, give it another 12 hours minimum, and then water fast the rest of the time till it's time to eat again. Or I may mix it up and I may wake up and do the 12 hours dry fast, jump right into the water, and stay into the water 1 or 2 days. I may do the dry fast, wake up in the morning, and my 12 hours expire, and say, I'm good, I want to keep going. So right now I just want to be flexible and not be stressing and tensing over all of the situation, because I know the longer times I give my body a break, my digestive system a break, give my kidneys, when I'm dry fasting, give my kidney a break. How many kidneys we have? 2. Okay, give my kidneys a break, and get those growth hormones, get them going, which they can do when you're in a fasted state. Get the new cells, stem cells, created and get them going, which again, you do that when you're fasting. So those are some of the reasons why fasting is like my new thing. Okay, so all right, well, that's it. Thank you for hanging in there for those that did. And I'll see you guys real soon in another day or two. Okay, peace.